Welcome to this episode of Ask the Guitar Coach. Here's our question for today. What's your opinion on guitar playthroughs? I like them. I really like them. I think they can help a lot in your development, and there are several reasons for that. First of all, if you are creating a guitar playthrough from a song from another artist, it really pushes you to develop your playing to a specific level so that you can play the actual song. So if you add to that the playthrough is usually fun to watch, you have a really good idea on why this works so well. It helps you get better and it creates some fun content for people to watch. Another reason that I like guitar playthroughs is that they seem to create some kind of good quality bona fide competition between electric guitar players. That means if one player creates and records a guitar playthrough of a song, then another player might do the same thing, so they're kind of competing who's going to do it the best. And this is good because it's a competition that gets them both to become better players. Apart from these reasons, playing guitar playthroughs is also good publicity. The reason is that you are basically hijacking the popularity of someone else's song. So for example, if you have a song by Steve Vai and then you create a playthrough for this song, when somebody is searching on YouTube for this specific song of Steve Vai, you will also be included in the search results. That means that people that don't know you now will have the opportunity to listen to your playing. And that's a major plus because it gives you many more views and more people will know who you are and what your playing sounds like. A less usually cited reason that I like guitar playthroughs is that they make you much more employable for a band. That means that a band will always get a much better understanding of what you play like and what you sound like if you perform a playthrough than if you just send them a CD or if you just send them an audio sample of your playing. The reason for that is that the band that might want to hire you also wants to know what you look like and what you look like when you're playing, apart from just listening to some of your playing. So this combination when you're playing a guitar playthrough is actually much more valuable than just sending a CD or a demo. Next advantage, by performing, recording and playing a guitar playthrough, that means someone else's music, you don't necessarily have to compose all the time new material and new content for to present to your fans. That means if you compose one song per month, then you can only perform and record and present to your fans one song per month. So they will only be exposed to one piece of content from you once per month. However, if you compose this one song and you also create two playthroughs of someone else's songs, then you can perform and present to your fans 3 things per month, which is much better than just presenting one thing. So basically, it's kind of a cheap, but in a good way, a way to create content, because now you have someone else's music that you can perform and people will see it. Now, the final point that I have to make about guitar playthroughs and their advantages is that you don't need to spend so much time and so much money on studio and recording and all these kind of things. The reason for that is that usually guitar playthroughs are played over a backing track which is already pre-made. Of course, there are exceptions to that. There are several artists that create their own backing tracks for songs and then play the playthroughs over those backing tracks. But in several cases, I would say the vast majority, the playthrough is played over a ready-made backing track, which means that the guitar player only needs to record, mix and master only his guitar, not the rest of the instruments. And that makes it much more easy to create the whole thing and develop it and present it. So there you have it. I am very much for guitar playthroughs. It's something that I suggest to most of my students, at least the ones that are intermediate to advanced, and I think it's a very good idea that you incorporate it in your practice and your content creation schedule. So I hope this was helpful. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you on the next episode of Ask the Guitar Coach.